Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Toymigos. It's another episode of They're Not Dolls. Remember, if you have not gotten your Marvel Legends retro Spider-Man figures, go on there now and order it now so that when it comes in, you can rip into it. HasbroPulse.com. Rip into it. Rip into it. Rip into it. There it is. Symbiote Spider-Man. Definitely 78 points of articulation in this figure. Comes with multiple hands. Great figure. Go get yours now at HasbroPulse.com. The Fallen Fed approves. Toymigos every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the show. I'm the one and only Fallen Fett. Let's continue this 24-hour stream. If you're just joining us, we're in the last hour of the 24 hours. We started yesterday night, got into some really, really big like conspiracy theory. Stayed on 24 hours to watch it happen. It did not happen. So we just got 5 minutes left, and then we're gonna sign off here. Shelf presence, you should go ahead and just shut up. I'm just kidding. No, we did a special episode last night. Oh, welcome. I'm the one and only Fallen Fett. It is the Fallen Fett Chronicles. It is Wednesday for reals this time. We did jump on and have a cool episode last night. We had Marcus here. Chamba jumped in, and the chat was all about it. We are now on to episode 158. So, yeah, we're going to continue right into from yesterday. It didn't happen. That sucks. But oh well. It was still a great show, a great episode. We can talk about it more. But yeah, that's what we did last night. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, if it didn't happen, it was. I took this like as history making if they were to pull it off. You know, just like I said, that would actually be really cool. Other people wanted other reasons, like they should have fixed the ending. You know, it was fine just the way it was, which, yeah, I'm fine with it too. It was a great episode ending to a great show. And there was a lot there. What a push. Like I said, it was a lot of fun for how many people got together, found stuff, the things they did, Netflix joining in all the way even to Slim Jim and other corporations that were also in on it. So like I said, it was fun. It was cool. Yeah, I'd rather be sitting on my couch falling asleep watching TV, but here we are. Again, I kid. Yeah, so we already got who's here? Sonic's here. What's up? Yeah, it is cold. You're right. Shell presence. No, we're not going to do a watch along. I don't even know how to do that. Can we do that here on YouTube? Is that something here, or is that like a Twitch thing? What's up? Joey's here. How are you, Joey? Man, it was great though. It was a great ride, Joey. I'm serious. What's up, Johnny? I did get information. We will give it to Marcus. Yeah, so we talked about our stuff last night. So we're just, like I said, this is just seriously like continue on, because then I passed out yesterday and woke up this morning, went to work, and jumped right on here. So it feels like we're just sat here. So, we're just going to continue on. You can catch up on yesterday's episode if you want. So let's bring Marcus in. Marcus, are you ready? I don't even know if he's ready yet. Let's try real quick. No, he just gave me the middle finger. All right, so I'm just kidding. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
It didn't happen, Marcus.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, dude. I was gonna ask, but was it still like entertaining though? Because it was just a behind the scenes.
I love the hell out of it. I did. There was so much, like the deep dive, the shit that people found. Like I said, I enjoyed it for what everybody was doing. I saw so many people on TikTok live since 4 o'clock, because people were doing saying that it was at 7, which that was one, like I said, I found weird, because all the other ones started at 5, 8 o'clock Eastern. So me and JoJo waited till 5, and yeah, nothing. So that sucks. But like I said, what a good campaign around it. Everybody was jumping in on their social medias and doing all this. I did see one today and said, why does everybody keep saying January 7th? It's July 1st. I was like, okay, let's shoot for July now. We can do it. Let's flip the numbers around. And we'll keep it going until July. So I saw some people live. Some people were thoroughly upset. And I'm like, okay, come on. Like, yeah, no.
I mean, the expectations were set pretty high. So
it was like it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
But it was like these dudes were pissed. And like, I don't watch these people. I just went to TikTok live and started scrolling. And yeah, there was some, he's like, oh man, that sucks. Well, who wants to sit and chat for an hour? Which is what you should do. He was like, oh, let's talk about the episode. And then there was other ones who, so they're not going to fix their trash ass ending. And I'm like, dude, if you were so about this for a week and finding all this stuff, like you were into it then. It really wasn't about the ending or what happened, right? Like, come on, don't turn it into that.
Yeah.
I saw another one of a girl, and she was just calling everybody idiots and stupid. And I was like, okay, don't need to do that either. Like I said, it was fun, It was a really fun time. I enjoyed going down that rabbit hole. Like Chamba said, that's like kind of my favorite thing to do. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. So yeah, we'll see. Mooch, do not touch my Sentinel, bro. No. John to the Ross is here. What's up? How are you? We're going to run like this again with the comments here. So Marcus can keep me up on just point one out, and I'll try and read as we go along. But, this is your guys' show too. So we'll do.
Dominic just asked for a summary of what happened yesterday.
What I missed, I had to step out. Was going to watch the replay today, but been asleep all day, a bit sick. Oh, well, I hope you feel better. Shelf, what CM Punk interview? I didn't see that one. Send it to me, Shelf, so I can give it a watch. Okay, so Sonic and those of you in the Federation who don't know, hi, welcome, happy New Year. We are back if you're catching this. Last night, I wanted to jump on to talk about Conformity Gate, which was this big fan base theory that the ending of Stranger Things was fake and we were getting another episode today. And like I said, it was a lot of fun because I enjoyed Stranger Things and I still even liked the ending of Stranger Things. I bawled my eyes out the whole episode. Prince was fucking epic. Like, you can't top that. Having the 2 Prince songs was great. And I thought it was good. And I share this with JoJo. Me and JoJo like and agree on a lot of the same things. And so I had just texted him that night because me and Riley got in late and we watched it super late, just like a lot of other people did. And I was like, oh, I thought it was perfect. And I don't mean episode perfect. I mean, as a whole show, 5 seasons of Stranger Things, those guys do know what they're doing. I am an 80s kid, 90s kid, so there was lots of throwbacks, lots of stuff that I loved, and the stuff that they were doing, and their little nods to this and that, you know, the icons that they had on there. It was a lot of fun. And then to sum up everything, like, I didn't feel like anything was left behind, and I thought it was good. And so I told JoJo, and I was like, hey, you know, it was perfect. And then we started an argument, and he's like, no, there's other perfect shows. It can't be. Well, he stayed up after his shift, and he finished at 3:45, and now we're having a conversation at 3, 4 in the morning about Stranger Things. And, you know, that's what a show should do. So then 2 days later, he sends me a text and is like, okay, so how deep are you into this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was the whole start of the conformity gate. Well, you know, we had some bad weather up here, and work turned my vacation into actually being work, which has to happen. You know, there's a responsibility to make sure everything's okay and good. So I actually had to work a lot of days and in between, and in between like downtimes and coming home late, I would just jump on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and start reading some of this stuff. And some of the stuff was actually like pointed out, like, why was this? Why did they do this? Look at this secret I found. And it was a lot of fun because you're just jumping down a rabbit hole. So I did that. There was a lot of stuff that me and my son were sharing in between each other. I was putting some people onto it. It was a lot of fun to talk about and do. But I mean, basically everything that you see of Contingency Gate was that the ending was fake. Vecna had us under his control, the viewers, and we were in Mike's head, and a real ending episode was being released today. Great. Me being such like an entertainment guy as far as movies, you know, cinema, TV, and like that, this hasn't been done like on this level, or to say what happens and in the time that we're in, right? We make a lot of points that, you know, last season came out, we talked about it for an hour and it was over. That's it. That's a lot of stuff nowadays. Everybody loses their attention span and everything. And here was a show that ended and everybody was still in. Yes, dinner. Hi, Rye. Say hi to the chat. Everybody says hi. Thanks, Rye. Ryla is back home. Sorry, totally didn't get any food today, so eating some orange chicken.
Ooh, chicken.
Oh, so good. It's orange chicken from Costco, along with the fried rice from Costco. Put the two together, and it's so good, bro.
I think we get that orange chicken, too.
It makes a lot of meals.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It's bomb. It really is so good.
I like the Korean chicken from Costco. I think it's from Costco. It's
I believe so, too. Yeah.
It's like sweet and like really crispy.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So where was I? Sorry about that. You know, our attention spans an hour. Okay, the show's over. That's it. They even drop all episodes at once. Sometimes they do the weekly thing. So to see where it was very entertaining that it was still lasting this long. And I do agree with Moocher, where he says, you know, bottom line, I think people just didn't want it to be over, and it was an amazing ride. Yeah. And we continued it on with this type of talk. No, it wasn't the rapture. That, you know, that already happened in 2012, and we're just here in a simulation now. You know that, Sonic. That's what's going on. What's up, Hound? Welcome. And so I wanted to jump on because you guys know how Ernie is. And of course I would come on and say, if it did happen, oh my God, I was so into it. And I know all you guys immediately would have been like, why didn't you talk about it? Why didn't you do a show? Okay, you're just jumping on the train. When me and JoJo were hardcore into it. So did an impromptu show last night. Got to talk about it. Chamba wasn't feeling it. Neither was Bradley or Shell Presence or Moocher. And understandably why. Chewy, no chewing. I thought he was on my side, but then he actually is one of the ones who wants the ending fixed. Sometime I'd love to talk to Chewy about it and see his side of the show and feelings why. Like I said, you know, being such a movie entertainment buff of, you know, great cinema and like that, I think they did a good job. I really do. It was great. Like, I would recommend it to anybody. I know it gets long and drawn out on what they're doing, but that's every TV show. And of course, it is hardworking from kids to adults. And well, look at now they're all old. Well, yeah. So was 90210. They were 40 years old in high school. You know, you had everybody from Saved by the Bell. They were old too. You know, trying to play the same roles.
Speaking of old, I actually watched Grease today.
Did you?
Yeah, and like, I know this is like common trope, but specifically Riz, she kind of seemed like she was played by, you know, late 20, early 30-year-old actress. I mean, no offense to her, obviously, but
no, you're
she
right.
had, like, the
Rizzo,
same like mannerisms, you know.
Oh, Rizzo is the oldest. Yeah, starting Channing, she was old.
Yeah, I really liked the movie. It was really enjoyable. Obviously, as someone who's younger, like, there are a lot of instances in the film where I thought like it kind of just took me out of it. Like it was like the football scene where they had like a bonfire and they had like a hanging dummy. That one like surprised me, and also the scene where Frenchie, like, she was at the diner and she had like this sort of like vision that just kind of like took me out of the whole film.
Beauty School Dropout. Oh my God, that's the song though.
I love Frenchie though. She's probably my favorite character in the movie.
And that's what Chambo was talking about, was his favorite part, is that Beauty School Dropout.
It's just so
you have these theater shows that turned into movies or vice versa and like that. And, you know, that's what makes them great. And sometimes people don't realize that. You are right for the time setting. Again, just like we said, there's lots of older people. But yeah, you know, back in the day of the time era, their pep rallies were that. It was something.
Yeah.
But see, for me watching it so much, that was my favorite part, where I told you need to come on here and say rockin' and rollin' and whatnot, you know, where Danny changes his tune.
Yeah. I will say like that. I don't know. I mean, it's just, I know, like, I don't mean to, you know, disrespect the film or the fans. It's just like that sort of dynamic between him and Olivia Newton-John's character. I just kind of felt like, why would you fall for this guy? He's kind of like a douche, you know?
Well,
I mean, it's fun. It was a great movie.
He wasn't during the summer break that they met each other.
Yeah.
Like Sandy says, Danny, why are you acting this way? You know, like that. Great songs. Look at Me, I'm Sandra D. The end. Then, now you wait for it, and there's even conspiracy theories, or not like conspiracy theories, but yeah, where people say, so the one about Greece, there's a couple of them. I'll just go off a few. Moocher, shut your mouth. They're trying to say that they actually drowned, and what we're seeing is them trying to make it to heaven.
Yeah,
that's why they fly up in the car. So he didn't save her. They both drowned. That's a whole nother backstory that somebody has come up with, that's what Greece is about.
Oh. I was confused when you say drowned, but then I remember at the beginning of
that's the beginning
movie.
That's how they met, of the song, you know. Tell me more. That's in there. Great song again. In that scene of Tell Me More, my Mandela effect comes in. Seeing Grease since I was a child, know all the songs, know it backward and forwards, and here's where the Mandela effect is. This is a weird one because it isn't something changed or like that, and I don't know anybody, any of the Federation, anybody in the chat has ever heard of these ones. So it's hard to Mandela effect only because saying the movie changed, right? Mandela effect is something has changed from what we remembered. So many people agree with it. But this one goes Mandela effect, time travel, switching the simulation to see how much we acknowledge or change. And in that scene, there's one dude who is so out of place that I don't ever remember being in the movie, and all of a sudden now he is. And that was the one single guy sitting on the lunch table outside on the girl's side while they were singing.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird because he just felt out of place.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly the whole thing about that dude right there. Is it's so out of place. He looks weird. He's looking at the camera. That was never there before.
He was kind of like an extra that just walked onto set.
Correct. But like I'm saying, that was never there before because you had the girl side and the guy side. Yeah. You remember all the dances, all of the scenes, you know, greases everybody's head and in the background all the time. And all of a sudden it came up. Who the hell is that? You know, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah. And it's just exactly what you said. So out of place, looks at the camera, everything. So, yeah. So
actually reminds me of, so there's a true unsolved mystery that might involve the set of Jaws. It involves, I believe it was a missing woman. I'm not sure because I might confuse this with another missing persons case. But supposedly in the background of one of the shots in Jaws, it's like, I think on the beach scene, and it shows like a lady, she turns and she's not looking at the camera, but she faces in the direction, and people think that might be her. So when investigators and like independent sleuths are trying to find if this is actually her, it's hard to do like background checks because at the time they didn't have like any of those like they don't have any of those like logged anywhere. So it's really, you know, again, we don't know if it's actually her, but it's still like really, you know, it's just a little bit
that's awesome. I've never heard that one. And this is Paul loves Jaws. I would love to ask Paul one day if he knows this story. That is great. Is there anything more on it? Like, does somebody say, oh yeah, that's definitely her? Was this just somebody's theory brought up, or because that's very interesting? Because let's take it for example, right? Like you just brought it full circle. How I'm saying how many people jumped onto this contingency gate, right, to like actually make it happen. I've also seen like on Facebook and stuff that there's people who do all these because there's so much unsolved crime that get together and put clues together and actually solve some of this. Unfortunately, they are passed away or the worst has happened, but you actually have closure because everybody's like, no, look at this, look at that, you know, and they actually solve it where other people don't.
Okay, so I actually looked it up, and so again, like since I listen to a lot of like true crime stories and whatnot, I conflate some of them. So it turns out this one was actually solved, and I think it might have been mistaken identity. But I mean, for the longest time, a lot of people associated that background extra as the missing person. But
that was her, right?
Was the murder of Ruth Marie Terry. And it was just, she was known as the Lady of the Dunes. So that was the reason why I got confused.
Meaning Lady of the Dunes because that's the scene or what?
No, Lady of the Dunes was her Jane Doe name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was found in Provincetown, Massachusetts. But, you know, luckily she's been identified, so it provides her loved one some closure. But yeah. It's just like, reminded me when you mentioned the background extra in
that guy.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of movies that have shown up. I do like the time travel theory because I swear to God, I would do the same thing. Me and Herman talk about this all the time, John, at work, of like all this shit, that crazy shit that we would do just because we can. And like the people that we are, I would so show up in the background of a movie. I swear to God. And I would just look right at the I would come back, and I swear to God, if episode 9 was real today, I would make sure to be in it in the background one and just be like, oh,
yeah,
somewhere. I swear I would totally. Sonic says, wait.
Oh,
speaking of the simulation, I've been hearing that technically the world did end in 2012. Yes, from a black hole experiment, maybe very close. And that we are now in another dimension or something. Yes, different timeline. We crossed over, hence again, sometimes why the Mandela effect comes, but it's still CERN's fault. Hope that catches you up. I have talked about it, Sonic. Mixed Match says, Western series need to take page out of Korean and Japanese series. Keep conscious short, 1 to 3 seasons max, with strong plot lines and storytelling, instead of trying to milk it and losing the plot. Yeah, because unfortunately here, mixed match, it turns into that huge cash grab. And that is something that, you know, we had said last night about, I know you were there, and welcome back to the show, that we don't want to happen next year and a stupid episode come just for that cash grab, right? Nothing like watching the Falling Fat Chronicles while eating a bowl of Progresso chicken soup with the Jarritos soda. What kind of Jarritos, fool? You didn't even say. I got my sweet tea from Circle K. The girls hooked it up this morning.
I love the fruit punch Jarritos. And also the, was it tangerine or mandarin one?
Pineapple's my favorite, fool. And the hard Jarritos that I've actually had, that can get you fucked up quick. And it's really good. Because it still tastes like Jarritos. That's scary. Yeah, so what kind do you have right now? Doombot, Happy New Year. How are you? I'm catching up with everybody. Rensu's here. What's up, man? Welcome. Happy New Year. Lago's in the house. Hello, Moto. What's up, Lago? Dude, you should have been here last night. I had to talk about Contingency Gate. It's so funny because I've been way into it. Bro, if you're into something, Lago, you got to send me the same shit, bro, because come on, we're a lot alike. And we missed it. We could have been sharing shit all this time. And I didn't know you had already said, and I had to come on and talk about it. We jumped on here last night and talked about the whole Contingency Gate and what happened. So Lago, I got to know, were you happy with the ending? Did you want the episode to happen? And how are you feeling right now? Got to know, Lago, got to know. Sonic saying, what's up? Doombot. Let's see, what is this? So Ernie, I think it's the last adventure behind the scenes. You still may get your secret episode of a mockumentary. It's not, but keep hope alive. Am I right? Oh yeah, me and Jojo already said that. I said, okay, so then we're doing the Freddy Cougar thing. That's fine. Why did you say the 7th though? There was so much around the 7th. See, like I said, it was so fun because the campaigning around it, Netflix was saying wait till the 7th. Well, nothing happened till today. I'll tell you what pushed me to do the show last night and where I lost my shit was the Jimmy Kimmel with Vecna. And Vecna says, wait till tomorrow. And I was like, okay, I got to do a show. I have to. But you're right. This is another part of the contingency theory is that this behind the scenes is actually taking from Wes Craven, the Nightmare on Elm Street, the last one that we had. If you're wondering what that means or what that is, Wes Craven had said that Nightmare on Elm Street had ended. He was done. The character is finished. Then we had a new Nightmare on Elm Street come out, and the movie put it as if they were the actors part of the film talking about themselves, a mockumentary, but Freddy was actually real and coming to kill them because of what they did in the movies. So if we're having a Stranger Things mockumentary and it starts, then we still could see Vecna take over and come after us, which I'm still all for. Well, I don't know about you, but I am. The Jarritos and some Doritos is bomb. That's all I see right there. My Jarritos is the brown one. I saw it in the chat. I thought it was a mistake. No. And I had to talk about it. What's up, Darky Chairs, you and gentlemen? Good to see you, foos. What up, foo? Do you have a Jarritos too? I don't drink soda at all. I stopped drinking soda for like more than 20 years, but I always make an exception for Jarritos and squirt soda. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you're sick. Yeah, especially when you're sick. Like, I don't know. I feel that too. Like anything to make you feel better and get you on the right track, right? So you got your squirt, your Jarritos. You should be having some 7-Up as well. Get your Vicks and put it under your nose, on your feet, and you'll be fine.
I think Sonic is going to enable me to get some drinks. Not right now, but maybe tomorrow. But you know, speaking of the ending, again, I haven't seen Stranger Things, but my theory, I forgot to mention this yesterday, but my theory for the end would have been like kind of like a reset. I know that's a little bit cliche, but that's kind of what I would expect from Netflix, especially at this point. I would have expected like someone to make a grand sacrifice, so specifically 11, and then kind of like everyone kind of forgetting everything that happened.
And but, there's a lot of talk of that as well too, where some of these pissed off people were expecting that, Marcus. So it's funny that you say that. I mean, this is your thoughts of what you think was going to happen, but I'm just letting you know a lot of people agreed with you. That's exactly what they had thought too.
It's a little bit cliche, you know. I feel like that's kind of like what we would expect, and I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit happy that they didn't go that route, but again, I haven't seen the finale.
You need to make time to try and really see it. Okay, so Lago says, 1, the ending was good. Just wish the fight was longer and 11 moved her face a bit more to show emotion in the show. I like it. 2, I think it would be great if they really did the old switcheroo. What got me was that Raw was starting things themed in the last episode already passed. And it was my point too. So this is where I loved it, Lago, because I dove in that hole hard, bro.
What?
And there's a lot out there. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Full on. No protection. And so I found so much stuff that other people were finding. I took a whole Sunday, bro, and was looking myself for anything that I could find. There is legit Morse code in the episode. Netflix was doing stuff. But then, yeah, there was so much to push it to this end game thought, like you're saying, of Raw. And that's what I was trying to tell everybody. Why would Raw promote Stranger Things after it's already happened, right? And I don't know if you know this, not Lago or not, but then the next morning you have all the pictures of all the plants that were in the crowd holding up signs that said, "Mike, wake up."
Ooh.
I mean, like I said, this was fun. I give it to Netflix for pushing it all of this way. Slim Jim, which is part of WWE now, but they were making the comments on all the Netflix stuff too. Like if they knew, like they were a part of it, because it was Netflix, Stranger Things, and Slim Jim were the only properties still there for Raw.
Snap Slim Jim.
Snap into it. Oh yeah. Lago, Wrestling Fan Shelf. You know what I turned on the other night? I turned on WrestleMania 3. It was a blast. One of the iconic ones. And Shelf says the Raw Stranger Things was lame. Lame. No upside down match or anyone from the show, blah. Right. And see, but that's what I'm talking about though. Is that they didn't do that, but they pushed it that it was everywhere. Right? So we'll have to see. The whole Alive thing and the D&D books too, the 9 in the background of recent promo photos, so much. Ghosts and Goblins, Morse code, Ghosts and Goblins, the wrong color of things. All of the social media from Netflix pushing it as well. All the secrets of typing in words to social media to make, D&D dice go across the screen, or showing the kids, or giving you secret messages. Typing into Netflix fake ending and only Stranger Things come up. Like that takes a lot of work and shit for that to happen. Right? So it is, like I said, so it turned out fun. There's a bunch. WD was all pre-recorded until last Friday. They could do a live theme show because of the holidays, but they still had shows before that was pre-recorded, Shelf. So they still could have thrown it in beforehand, knowing last episode WWE records here. And then, like I'm saying, the plants that were in the crowd of holding the signs, "Wake up, Mike." That's crazy. So, yeah, they made Stranger Things WWE belt and just put tentacles everywhere. I saw it; it was pretty cool. I like the colors. I like those belts. Do you have a belt, Lago? If I had extra money, I would definitely give me a Fallen Fett belt. That'd be dope. Yeah, those belts are really cool. I feel like they're worth the money though. Ask the dude in Iceland how much work he put into this. Yeah, Moocher says Moocher lies a lot though, and he just comes up with the first thing that goes on Google, but I'll read it still. Moocher says that this all started from a dude in Iceland, and he wanted this to happen, and he lived out his dreams. Moocher helped him by sending him fisheye lenses, and here we are now, of Moocher and the Iceland guy laughing at everybody. Moocher knows all. Moocher don't know shit. You were right again. I don't care. It was fun. It was great. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Right? It was confirmed. So was my last episode, bro. That's what I'm saying. I actually bought my 3-year-old a Yeet belt for his birthday because it's just him, Oos. It's just me, Oos. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna put that on my birthday list. Make sure you pull my name. Yeah. So, like I said, great campaign, good media attention. It was a fun ride. But yes, like Shelf says, I will wait until that documentary now, and let's see if they pull the Freddy Krueger, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's bring it back around. We talked about movies that poor Marcus has to watch to be cool like everybody else. You did throw in Grease. Felt a little disconnected, like on Beauty School Dropout, The Age of Everybody. And you didn't finish. What about the ending? What did you feel about the ending?
Like I said, you know, it's like one of those few things that threw me off because I was kind of confused why like they're driving off into the sky, but also like just the relationship between John Travolta's character and Olivia Newton-John's character, because it was so like back and forth throughout the whole movie. It just didn't feel like there was actually development. It was just kind of like they get back together, they fight, get back together, and then it's the end of the movie. I don't know. It just felt kind of disjointed a little bit. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but it was just for what it. I don't know. I think it's just musicals in general, right?
Yeah.
I think I like them. It's just it's also a little bit odd sometimes where they just throw in like a musical segment and then I don't know.
But that's the way they roll, though.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Like I was fortunate enough to see Grease on stage, and I'm singing the whole time, trying to not sing. Did you see that happen?
No, I haven't.
What's up, Grumps? Everybody, the new term right now is crash out. So this dude crashed out at a oh my god, what's the correct terminology? He was watching Mamma Mia, and he stood up and went off on
like a screening or
no in the theater. Gosh dang it, what is it called when you go see a play? A live play, the live show of Mamma Mia, and he was, you know, in the audience, but yet he had a group of women behind him that were singing, and he got up and lost his shit and started going off on them. Like, you know, you're not supposed to do that, and proper etiquette and everything, and you're not. You know, you're there to see them perform this show. There is a difference of seeing it in the theater. You're not in a movie theater, bought tickets for a sing-along. Like I understand that, but nowadays I'm sure it's hard for some people. It's hard for me. Like when I saw Grease, you know, and I'm trying not to sing along. Like, it was a good show though. There was a couple differences in the stage performance compared to the movie, and I never knew that. I've seen Mamma Mia lots of times, and I never had that incident.
What do you think is like either your favorite or the best like Broadway play to live action movie adaptation?
From only what I've seen, I would have to say Mamma Mia. They held it really close. There wasn't anything added in the movie. They filled the gaps that the Broadway show didn't have, but you knew. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a ton of music in Mamma Mia, and so it rolls. You don't have that stop like you're talking about. All of a sudden, they broke into song, right? And when I watched the movie, I've seen that show so many times that it was like watching the show. Maybe just a bit more added for movie preferences where it got a little long, but other than that, it stayed like you were watching on the set. And Mamma Mia does a great job of just having little sets in the background to flip and turn to get those transitions, you know, in the Broadway show. And here, you know, it was her house and cutting to the next scene. And they did. You know, if they had to be in the boat or whatever, you did it on the left-hand side while they were moving everything on the right, and you didn't notice that. You know, so it was I would have to say that one for me.
Did you hear? I think they're making a third. Is it a third Mamma Mia movie? And I don't know if this was just rumor or not, but I heard Sabrina Carpenter might be in it, or at least like
I
want
did
her
not
to
hear
be.
that. I didn't know.
I might be wrong then.
They had a summer romance before school. They were opposites and knew meant to be together. And rather than listen to the heart, they listened to everything else that causes the up and down. Or they were just like some of my friends, and that's the way their relationship goes, I guess. So, yeah, everybody has friends in that type of relationship. We broke up. I'm going out with him tonight. What the fuck? Didn't you just say that you guys broke up? Moocher agrees because he would have crashed out too. Shelf Presence says his favorite is Hamilton. That's Riley's favorite.
Shelf Presence said West Side Story. I was thinking of that when I was watching Grease. I need to check that out again.
West Side Story is old too. Yeah, and that's up there. It hasn't made me into a movie though. So his is the recording of Hamilton. But Hamilton is just like Hamilton, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it could be made into a movie, but movie to play, I would say West Side Story is the best adaptation.
Yeah.
So yeah. Have you been to a Broadway play before?
No, I haven't. I've been to like theater play, local theater plays when I was in high school, but nothing like big scale like that.
So is it the musical thing because you don't like them breaking into musicals, or?
I think I normally do like musicals. It's just I don't watch them enough, but the ones that I have watched, I do enjoy. But you know, since I don't watch them a lot, it's very different. It's a different experience than just watching a regular film. So like when I'm watching a movie, especially if I'm trying to understand like the whole like story writing process that went into it, the musical is completely different because like here's an important scene in a movie in the musical, and then they break into song. It's not bad. It's just different.
I feel like everything as a whole has to be able to grab you and hook you in, right? I mean, Star Wars is a great movie. That's not a musical, but Star Wars would not be Star Wars without the music behind it that adds to it. Imagine if all of his songs were taken out, right? And you just had this movie of sound effects. I feel like it wouldn't have touched us the way that it does when you watch Star Wars. You know, having Luke look into the sunset. You know, Han and Leia's theme. You know, like there's a bunch. You know, and then he continues it into like episode 1 and everything still, and then like the Duel of Fates. Like everybody knows that. That's, you know, I think it has to do a lot with music and the words that are chosen that can hook you into it. Because you could have a song in a musical and it just don't play out very well, right? Like, unfortunately, you said you didn't like Beauty School Dropout. And I'm telling you, some of that is like made. That's people's favorite right there, you know?
It's not that I didn't like it. I mean, that's not the point I was trying to make. It was just that, like, as a first-time viewer, it threw me out of the experience. But
that he shows up, and he was a very famous actor then too, Frankie Valli. So it's like, oh my god, look who showed up, you know, like that type of thing.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have registered that.
Yeah. Now, as you get into Grease 2 with it being flipped, it is a lot different. But like I said, I still enjoyed the music of Grease 2 as well. You know,
that one had Michelle Pfeiffer in the role instead.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, she plays Stephanie Zanoni, and she's a cool writer. And she loses her love through the seasons. I loved Grease 2. It was great. So I do recommend you, just because you saw it, try and watch it soon if you can. just because then you're still in the music thing, you're on the same level, and you can see the differences between 1 and 2, and it's just like me and Chamba said, you know, it's flipped. So yeah, and then, you know, growing up with Disney cartoons, those are musicals with all the music and old Disney cartoons and shows and like that.
Yeah.
You know, again, some of these movies that come out, I've come out saying like, should have had songs in it. Might have made it a little bit better. You know, some of the new stuff that's like an actual movie. And it's like, you know, and then there's ones that aren't against that, like Toy Story. Toy Story doesn't have them singing, you know, but again, the music chosen to play in that, like, you know, You Got a Friend in Me and everything is classic now. So yeah. Let's see. What is Shelf saying? I missed it here. There's lots of great plays, musicals you should absolutely check out. I would suggest checking out something you're familiar with and then start there, like a movie, and then checking out the original theater production. Yeah. I was kind of thrown in.
It started off as a production, right? Or a book. And then it was adapted into a movie, Mean Girls. I remember it being written by Tina Fey I remember it being a play, right?
I didn't know that. I know it went on, and if it started that way, I honestly didn't know that.
Okay.
I know she did it, but I would love to go see the Mean Girls play. I didn't watch it. I know there's a DVD of it, right? Or I mean, it's on streaming.
I don't know. Let me check.
I think so. And then they try to redo it. I would definitely see Mean Girls, but again, I know all the lines to that. So
okay, so it didn't start as a musical, but
it turned into one.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, again, it's just you got to find something out there that's going to hook you for you, Marcus. You know, like I said, yes, a lot of us can throw on Grease and sing along and dance to those cheesy songs and know it word for word, but because we grew up on it. Star Wars, I know exactly what's happening in the scene by the background music.
Just to be clear, I don't hate musicals at all or the movie. I enjoyed it. It just as
right. You said you despised it, and then you
just knew all of it, you know.
Yeah. No, there's a lot.
Like I feel
what's
like
up, Stormfire? Moocher says, yeah, like the Greasy Strangler. That's a much watch. Is there good music in that one, Mooch? Yeah. Dude, this orange chicken that she made is bomb. I always like it when she makes this one. It's good. I needed to eat. I didn't eat anything today. Yeah. One of my favorites to this day is Phantom. I will watch Phantom or listen to that soundtrack anytime. I didn't see it. My ex saw it and saw it twice, and every time fell asleep for like over an hour. So I never tried it after that because she fell asleep. But yeah, that's funny. So I haven't seen Phantom yet. I heard it's great though. You know, I never saw Wicked. I did want to see Wicked. Never got a chance to see that. Evil Diva just actually watched that for the first time this weekend. I need to try and catch it. She thought it was okay. But yeah, so you have your new list? Did you change your list or anything like of what you want? Or was it just because we kind of pressured you into Grease last night?
Yeah, y'all really pressured me into Grease. Because I know like if I came into the stream today and you asked me about anything about it, like the quote, I would be in so much trouble. So I just watched it, you know, just covered it. I will try to watch Grease 2 soon because I know it's free on YouTube, I believe. West Side Story, I think that might be up there because I remember watching it as a kid. I think I might need to like pick and choose which movies to watch this week from the list because everyone gave a lot of recommendations. I think
try and throw Zoot Suit in there as well.
I think Shelf Presence yesterday he mentioned Philadelphia with Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. I might check that one out. And I also mentioned in the chat, but I didn't say it on camera, but like a lot of, if it's a movie with good LGBTQ representation, I would like to watch that. You know, like Tu Wong Fu, that I always forget the full name of that movie, but I like that one. Call Me by Your Name is, again, very controversial, but I enjoyed it. Love, Simon is also really nice. You know, I would like to be exposed to some of these movies.
I'm still trying to remember the Tu Wong Fu. It is very long. Isn't it like Thanks for
Everything?
Yeah, right. Thanks for Everything. Something like that. Stormfire was late because he's in different time zones messed up. It's all right. The only talk that you missed was the Stranger Things did not happen, unfortunately, because it's going to happen on the documentary. And Sonic didn't know that we ended in 2012 and we're just in another timeline. We talked about the weird either Mandela effect or time travel guy who's in Greece, who shows up outside at the lunch table with the girls. So out of place. And now catching up with everybody. Sonic rewatched the Blair Witch today. Still kind of trippy. Oh, man. Sonic is sick then in bed. Like watching movies, old movies, passing out in the middle of them, probably trying to rewind, having some food and drinks. Man, I hope you feel better.
Blair Witch, like the promotion for that movie scared me so much as a kid.
Yeah, it was. The promotion alone was trippy. Yeah. Down the Opera fell asleep. Oh, wow. Wicked was okay. Harry Potter Cursed Child was really good. Greatest Show, all good shows. Awesome. Philadelphia was pretty much what reignited Tom Hanks' movie career. It wasn't Bosom Buddies. No? I thought it was Bosom Buddies. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Really?
Like I think I'm taking the role for Yoko of just not being aware of like certain films and shows. So I think I'm doing good there.
Yeah. She had a very long list, but she was also chopping away at it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you know, I try to watch like certain films, you know, like especially horror, because that's out of my comfort zone. So I've definitely like knocked out a lot in the last 2 years, like especially during the Halloween season. But just watching regular films is something new I'm gonna tackle.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you watched Grease last night. You need to finish Stranger Things so you can be on board here.
Yeah. Oh,
because then I can
watch Fast and Furious. It never caught my attention. I'm not into cars and stuff, or Vin Diesel,
bro. But it's such a good franchise, bro. They take a car in space, bro. It goes that far through all 10 movies so far.
And I also haven't watched Mission Impossible or The Bourne Identity. My brothers have, and I might have watched it as a kid, but I never really cared about it.
I liked Mission Impossibles. Bourne Identity to me was just yeah. Yeah, and then Fast and the Furious. That reminds me when I saw June over break. When we were talking about cars that I got and everything, we brought up some Fast and Furious cars, and I didn't know he was getting those too. And I was like, bro, if you have that Civic laying around, and he was like, we didn't do the Civic. And I'm like, yeah, you did. The getaway cars from the very first Fast and the Furious. I'm like, they're very hard to find. I said, they even popped up at Ross in a 2-pack, but I kept missing it. I'm like, that'd be dope. He's like, I don't have that. He's like, you're gonna have to remind me because I need to get me one. I said, well, then if you get you one, I need one too. I said, actually, I need 3 because that's the 3 that they use. But there's a lot of iconic cars from Fast and the Furious, you know, from the beginning of what it started as to then the craziness of Fast and the Furious. But I don't know, maybe with Fast and Furious for you would be one of those because it's on TV all the time. Maybe if you saw it on TV, like you have it on the background when you're doing something, you know?
I think the closest thing I've been in terms of like watching a franchise that's closest to Fast and Furious, and this might be sacrilegious, but The Expendables. I remember loving those movies as a kid.
That is not Fast and the Furious.
I know
that is sacrilege.
It's an ensemble movie, though. That's the reason why I'm like, connecting them.
Oh shit! Which one is it? There's another car-based one that has the actor from Fast and the Furious. He plays a getaway driver, and lots of people say, "Oh yeah, that's part of the franchise too."
Not Baby Driver, right?
No. And it has Seth Green in it, and he called himself Napster. Gosh dang it! What was, The Italian Job, the remake of The Italian Job.
Okay,
that's a cool car chase type of movie. Oh yeah, he's in the Transporter too. But like the Transporter are just the Transporters. Transporter is a good series that he did as well too. What's up, Mikey? The Dynamic Duo themselves. How you doing? Happy New Year. I hope all is well. Man, you guys over there at Figures Not Included were just pumping shit out, bro. Be sure to go over there and give him a watch on all of the videos and reviews and stuff that they had pulled off while everybody was on break. Say hello to your brother for me. And don't forget the link is also in the description. If you didn't get that certain Christmas item that you were looking for yourselves, head on over to Hidden Temple Toys and pick yourself something up nice. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What else are we catching up here? Fast Series watch first and then skip to the 5th, 6th, 7th. The rest is kind of dumb. Watch yourself, Shell. First, you're not onto Contingency Gate, which I can give you that. But bro, Tokyo Drift was awesome.
Wasn't
Too
Bow
Fast?
on?
Yes. Too Fast, Too Furious. Shut up, Marcus. He was
Bow
a great
Wow.
actor in that. He should have gotten a Oscar for his performance in Tokyo Drift. And then Too Fast and Too Furious, which didn't have Dom at all, is the introduction of Brian's best friend who lives in Barstow. So Barstow is right by us, so that's why I love that one. Yeah. He says it's dumb fun. I mean, I'm a sucker for all of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Should I watch The Notebook?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Notebook is like high chick flick, which you know I love all the chick flicks.
Sonic said it's a chick flick basically, and that reminded me of The Notebook because I was gonna mention that yesterday, like if I should watch it because I feel like it's a very common, like very well known film. What?
Damn it, I never went live on YouTube.
What happened?
I mean, I never went live on Instagram.
Oh.
Unless it started by itself, but I don't think so. Oh, sorry, guys. Well, no wonder we were missing some people in here tonight. Sorry. Oh, and I looked at it. I cannot get out of the way it comes up freaking vertical. I don't know how to do that. I hate that it shows that there. What do you say? Tokyo Drift, the one that everyone wants to forget? No! Tokyo Drift was awesome, bro. Come on. DK? Bow Wow? Oh my god.
Wait, DK?
Gaijin himself right here? Oh, come on.
I am so lost.
Tokyo Drift, bro. It's all Tokyo Drift.
You said DK and then Gaijin, so I got confused.
They're all characters.
I know you're talking about like
no, they're all characters in Tokyo Drift.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, all characters from Tokyo Drift. Han is in that one too, and Han is actually from Barstow, and I never knew that until like a couple months ago. I think I would flip out if I saw Han at Walmart. Sorry, I'm trying to read.
I'm just disassociating again, so it's fine.
Because Bow Wow drives a whole car.
You know, like
That's
the
why.
lizard meme of like the little cartoon lizard that just like slaps the button and it says lizard. That's me.
All right. Sonic says classic movies that he rewatched was The Outsiders, Pony Boy,
I like that one.
Johnny, and so on, and rewatched The Breakfast Club. We just talked about The Breakfast Club.
Outsiders is Joel Schumacher, right? And Tom Cruise. Ooh, St. Elmo's Fire is good. I like that one.
Yeah. You're going to have to look up Outsiders.
Outsiders. Am I getting it wrong?
Am I getting it wrong? Oh, yeah, because of baby Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
See, and I was thinking Matt Dillon and Rob Lowe. Sorry.
Oh, it's not Joel Schumacher. It's Francis Ford Coppola.
Uh-huh.
Schumacher is the one that did St. Elmo's Fire. I was watching both of them.
That's why you went into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Are you going to watch Star Wars?
What?
Are you going to watch Star Wars? In between all these movie watches?
No. Why? Am I supposed to?
Because you should.
What's the reason though? Is it just because?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not giving me a lot to work with here, Ernie.
Star Wars is a great reset.
So like
you're mixing movies up. Yeah, because you're watching and you're watching. Yes, because you're trying to watch and watch. Throw on some Star Wars and you're back into it. Then you can go on to the next movie. You keep watching these ones and then you're going to keep getting confused between movies because we're like pushing this list on you.
Okay.
So yeah,
true.
like you're saying, like a palate cleanser. Yes, because then it's on. Because I'm telling you to watch Grease 2 because you can't put those two together.
Mm-hmm.
See the differences, another musical and like that. You know, when you start confusing all these good classics of movies, sometimes you could be like, oh, I didn't like that one. And you were talking about the wrong movie, you know, so you don't want to do that.
No, that's true.
Hey, did you have any of your CT toys next to you?
Yes, I got one.
What do you have? I want to see.
Webman.
You got the Webman one, huh?
I'm pulling my back.
Wait.
I'm pulling my back for the stream, Ernie.
What extras did he come with?
Huh?
What extras did he come with?
Oh, just hands and webs and stuff. It's all the stuff that the original one came with.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing really new. The only ones that come with like new stuff would be like the Spider-Man Ben Reilly and
with the head sculpt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Wolverine, which was stolen from STL Custom Collections, unfortunately. I'm not sure what else.
CT stole from them?
Yep, they stole the file from STL Custom Collections.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was that drama?
Yeah, there was a controversy last year about it.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, I'm not getting it. The Scarlet Spider, they came with another sweater, like another hoodie. That's more.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Did you get that one? Else? I have it. I just don't have the accessories with me. I just only got it for the body. I don't know what else.
The mesh toys? Do you have the mesh toys next to you?
Yes, I got. It's the only one they have.
Which mesh toys and CT are the same ones?
Yeah, it's the same company. It's just like different. I guess brand, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Let me see that pose again. I wanted to see the knees.
They got scoop knees. Sorry, my hands are in the way, and I'm shaking.
Yeah.
I'm pulling.
You're good. That was pretty good. What'd you end up picking them up for, if you don't mind me asking?
I I only want these for customs. I mean, majority of the CT toys I have are for customs.
Right, right.
So, like this one, I wanted it just for the red parts. I mean, and obviously for other like fodder, but they painted all like the red parts. It's actually blue plastic, which is kind of funny because like both Mafex and CT toys, I think they're doing that with the classic Spider-Man. So the blue, like the lower half, is actually like it's like red plastic, but
really
blue. Yeah, it's really weird because I've seen like people customize. The like this is the official Mafex classic Spider-Man, and like the blue parts on the lower half, it's actually red underneath.
Where's my CT? Hold on, I'll get my CT.
Yeah,
toy Spider-Man. Oh no, it's too heavy. I have everybody piled on top of it.
Like it's really weird because like in one of their earlier releases for the Black Suit Spider-Man, they solved this. They fixed this issue from Mafex because is that the official one or the CT?
No, it's CT too.
Nice.
Here's a CT one.
Nice. I need to get one, like just a classic one for parts. But yeah, it's really weird because like CT, they fixed the issue from Mafex because the official Mafex Black Suit Spider-Man, that one, like for some reason it was white plastic underneath and it was just painted black. So there are a lot of like chipping issues. But
right.
CT copy, like they just cast it in black plastic. So I don't know why that they didn't do it here. But yeah. Is there any that you're thinking about getting?
This one?
Oh, I can't see. CT or Mess Toys?
No, that's CT.
Nice. I like the Black Suit one is probably my favorite. I've got like 3 of them so far for custom. I might want to keep getting a couple more just for other characters and just like backups and such.
So this CT Black Suit Spider-Man actually has hints of blue in it as well.
Yeah, I mean that's just like paint though. I mean it's just like shading or like highlights.
I like it though the way that it came out. Did you get the Daredevil?
No, but I really hope I can get some because
I need a Daredevil. Yeah.
So CT, they're also doing the black and red one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's up for pre-order on one of their sites on AliExpress, and I'm thinking about getting both the original and the black and red one because I mentioned this a couple of streams ago, but I bought some blank 3D print kits from Looper.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I wanted to make a Aqualab out of it. So if I can get both of them and use them, but also like maybe get some extras for other characters like Flash or I can't remember who else, but like Flash is one of them. But yeah, like they're great for customs, but obviously if you're just getting it for the collection, not really ideal, but you know, it's fun for what it is. Gotta keep your expectations a little low, I guess.
Yeah. So I know you order those for customs and you have like a list that's coming up that you want to do. But now that we're getting into 2026, you know, there's been some reveals of what's coming up. Is there anything you're really looking forward to about getting?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm here.
In terms of stuff that's already out, I mean the Hush Batman, I like to get a couple because you know that's a great almost like basic superhero body. I would like a lot of the customs I have in mind is just like in different categories. So like cord, is that it?
Yeah.
Nice. I have the official one and it would be nice just to, you know, test this one out, see how it is. But like,
yeah, I have it too. And my whole reason was playing like this has fallen so many times, but that's a whole reason why. I don't care that it falls off its base or anything, but it's fallen so many times that it's held up. I do actually like this cape a little bit better, but they also did release the different colors. The blue and
the original blue and gray one.
yeah.
Like the categories that I had in mind, it was like Core Justice League, Legion of Doom, some LGBTQ characters from DC and other franchises. So like for that Batman, I would love to turn it into Midnighter from The Authority.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I think there are rumors that CT might make the Superman from Hush.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I would like to get one for like Black Lightning because he has like blue arms. I think it would just make it easier for me to use.
If they do, I hope they do the final version that Mafex had said on, because Mafex has like 3 different versions of that Superman.
Wait,
and I
final
got the first.
version? What do you mean?
There's like a third one where the S on the back and they fixed something else. I didn't get it because I was already now too deep that I had bought from it, which is expensive, you know. But I wanted the corrections that they made on the first one. And then I saw that third one come out and I was like, oh man, okay, I can't get another third one just for this. Because then it's hard to you know, push off the other 2 to somebody else, knowing that the 3 is there, right? Like, oh well, I'll get rid of these. I mean, it happens when there's a different version from a different company. Then you can, because somebody's like, no, I want the Mafex one. Okay, well, go ahead, take this one because I'm going to get the figure art Superman. That's what I want. You know, here, take this one.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
I have the reissue, and like with a lot of what people said about the reissue of the Hush Superman, it is a little bit short. But I also have like some custom heads from Dang It Productions, and it's really nice. I try to paint it as well as I can, but I'm a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, those would be some good pickups. I'm excited to see what Marvel Legends has coming out to expand the Gamerverse. Like they hit us pretty hard out the gate, which I was excited about. And yes, of course, it's always going to be nice to get those figure arts ones. But you know, as hard as they hit us with what they just showed, I'm hoping for a round 2 like that. And then, like I said, see who we get. I'm still trying to build that damn Blackheart wave, and now all I need is the head. But that's the Moon Knight figure.
Do you think they're going to do like a deluxe re-release, like a store exclusive for Blackheart?
Well, I mean, the road that we've been going on with re-releasing all of these Build-A-Figures, I would say yes. And then I hope that it would be in the Marvel vs. Capcom colors, right? I mean, that's like the natural thing to do. Even if you put it on a card, that would be awesome. Like they did with Kingpin and like that, you know? Kingpin, the other one came out in a box, but we also had re-releases of Kingpin before that on a card for Spider-Man, which is great. I love that it's beefy, but the very first Toy Biz Blackheart was on a card, and he was part of the Onslaught Build-A-Figure wave, so I would love to see him like that. I know it doesn't conform to the box type they're doing, unless a Juggernaut was in a single box with a window, so maybe they could, but I would love to see the colors of him. But I do just want him also. I mean, there's different colors of him. So that all black version was one that I always chose too. So if anybody has an extra Blackheart head lying around, let me know, please.
Is that the only part you need? Just the head?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and it's super expensive because it comes with the Moon Knight. So everybody's after the Moon Knight one. Yeah.
Okay.
Never got it at Ross or Didi's, so I missed out on that. And when people did find it at the Ross or Didi's, because it was expensive, I'm sure they were either flipping it or they probably needed it just as bad as I did, because it is very high. It goes for about anywhere from 60 to 70 bucks. But yeah, that's one, and like that I'm saying. They have been releasing their Build-A-Figures, so I want to see that. I'm excited for the Tron stuff. I want to see that on the shelf, and the box
stuff?
or the Hasbro stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, I think it was when you and Toy Migos were talking about it. I remember it being like a I thought it was like a crowdfunded thing. And
No,
it was
they had another HasLab going on for Tron.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of like they did for Ghostbusters, but that was the retro stuff.
Yeah, but I thought that the 6-inch, like the Tron Legacy figures, I thought it was like a whole.
No. That's coming out soon.
Okay.
Not soon, but coming up. You know,
Because
that was something they were pushing.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, because at the time I was disappointed because I only just wanted Sam. But when I heard that it was kind of like you get all of them, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate all of them either. It's just Sam was the only figure that I really wanted.
No, he'll be out single.
Nice.
I want the light cycle, and then get one of the body figures, and then somebody needs to make me an Adam head, or maybe Adam will make his own head for myself, and I can get the real star of the show, which is playing with myself, and
like,
that'd be cool.
An Adam head.
What, he could do it on his lunch break, right? I'm sure. Like walk into the super cool booth like Toy Story 3 and just duplicate his head and then send him out to everybody. That'd be awesome. No, wait, I said Toy Story 3. I meant the Santa Claus 3.
Wait, what about Santa Claus 3?
That's where he got into the machine and duplicated himself into a toy, and that Santa took over the shop.
Is that
wait, was that 2?
No, 3?
That was 2.
Oh, because there was one with Martin Short, right?
That was 3.
Okay.
As Jack Frost.
Yeah.
But we all know the real Jack Frost is Batman.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yes.
Took me a minute.
That was a good one. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that type of stuff in our realm of stuff. I want to get more Transformers this year. We talked about that real quick after the show last night. I put in my order for the orange one. I didn't get that light, the light blue one that I showed you.
Yeah. Did you get the purple one?
No, I'm hoping next check.
Okay.
Next check, and then I want to get that purple one because I think that's my number one choice. And if the black one comes about, then yeah, I will. But I want this year in 26, I want to get more Transformers. And it's so stupid because I always say I need so many Autobots, and here I am already buying more Decepticons. Like I have 2 huge full shelves full of Decepticons of masterpieces, and I'm already buying more. I need to let go some of my old Seekers. So if anybody needs some, let me know. But yeah, I really need to let go some of those and try all the new ones that are out.
I get into Transformers.
The what?
Oh, I was saying I occasionally try to get into Transformers. Like one old figure I wanted to get was the Earthrise. It was like Nightshade. They turn into an owl. But recently I pre-ordered the Studio Series Soundwave, but I had to cancel it because it was just too much. And at the time I wasn't confident that I could buy it.
Yeah. It's hard. Like when you asked us last night, there are so many companies that do these now to say what you're going to stay to. That's why, like what me and Chamba said, yes, definitely just get what you like. The one. So I know there's that one, but take a look at all of them. It's like Shell President says he's sticking with Yellow Park now for his Transformers fix. And like I keep saying, man, I'm waiting for Yellow Park to release a Soundwave. That'd be great.
I'm really tempted to get Blockies, and I blame Yimbo. Yeah. I blame him for just enabling me to look into Blockies because they just seem like really fun, really like modular. I know that they don't transform, but I wonder if there's a way I could like figure out how to like customize them to make them like transform.
I was on the same boat, but I just didn't give them a chance. Like it's because one of those, that's another expense that I had to get into that I'd rather just put into buying the masterpieces that I want. So, that's it. Yeah, Tarn does look good at the shelf. And with that saying, the Yellow Park ones, though, I do like those ones for the aesthetic that they bring, the look, the size of them. Like they're good. So I'll continue on that one. What else am I collecting for this year? G.I. Joe Classified.
Ooh.
Is stupid crazy with all the good stuff that they have that they just keep putting out. You know, like,
is there one you're looking for right now?
No, not really. I mean, I saw what's his name, Bushido, and God, that was great. What's nice. The colors on him is what makes that figure look so damn good.
Yeah, kind of makes me think of like that color scheme from the 80s and 90s, where it's like purple, teal, and like something else. Like imagine if they recolored him into that. It wouldn't make sense, but I would enjoy it. Oh. I like changing my sitting position, and now like my legs are numb.
And I saw that you put your blanket on too.
Yeah.
So
cool, dude.
Was it cold today? It's been cold here.
It's cold, but I mean the next couple days are supposed to warm up soon, so hopefully I won't be freezing too much.
Oh, you know what? I did actually get how I say I stray from. I forgot to show this off from the new Hasbro Transformers because of the masterpieces I have.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love the VW bus so much that I had to get this, the Wheeljack version.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, of the VW bus because it's a nice mold, and I do want that Stranger Things one too. I saw some people with it, the Squawk van.
Because there's like 2 of them, right?
In it?
I think there are 2 Stranger Thing crossover Transformers figures. There's like an older one. And there's like a recent one with the tape deck or something at the chest.
Was there an older one?
I could have sworn there was. Like,
bro, have you been to the store and seen the Stranger Things He-Man Mattel ones?
I might have.
The 2 figures where you flip it upside down. Those are actually really good looking. Yeah, those are really good. I don't remember the first Transformers Stranger Things one, but I do want that Squawk one. That van's cool. And that just gives me hope in seeing that mold that they do a Transformer crossover and we get the A-Team van out of that mold.
Okay. I think the first one, it's like a yellow van. It looks like the one, it's like the pizza van, if that makes sense. I don't know if
was it? I don't even remember that. Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm pulling my back.
Don't pull your back.
I pulled my back during Christmas.
This Wheeljack was great. So this was a Ross pickup, which I was very happy about. So Shell says I almost have all my classifieds. I only need them to do a few more from the OG line, and then I'm on an as-need basis. The Joe team hinted at doing Resolute design soon. That and comic variants, I'm in. Yeah. Like, I have no problem with everybody at the Joe team over there. Go ahead and do whatever you're doing. It's like they're doing so good, Shelf. It's one of those we don't have to step in and be like, I wish we were getting this, or, you know, when they're so popular. I feel like they've just really been nailing it with their selections and who they're choosing and what they're putting out. Like, it's
killing with the animals.
It's awesome. Oh my God, those are the best. Like that scorpion that's out there.
I saw that. It's so cool.
It is like just not. I mean, what? Okay, so we've had the alligator, the polar bear.
The dogs are really
Timber. The which ones?
The dogs. They have a Rottweiler, a German Shepherd.
Oh, that was at Ross, and I never got one of those. I didn't see it there.
I would love for them to do like a tiger or like a mountain lion. I don't know if there are any other like wild animals they could do, like a rhino or an elephant. I think that might be a little bit too big.
They did the boar. They did a boar, and that looked great.
The polar bear too.
Little monkey. The polar bear is amazing. I see that go for big money And I know that's just for the polar bear. Like, that polar bear is really nice. There was, Roscon was really good, but there was like some really good stuff that I missed.
Yeah,
And
Sheldon made a great point. He said we should have a coyote and a bobcat coming soon from certain characters. That would be cool. I would like an owl too, actually, like an articulate.
Yeah. Well, I remember when they first started with Spirit, and that one was a nice figure out of the gate, But I missed Mutt, and I missed Son of Hulk. Who else did I miss?
Stormfire said, "Where are penguins?" I love that.
Didn't somebody just release a penguin?
McFarlane did for their Batman Returns line.
Were they small enough to use for other lines though? They're not though. They're still like kind of bigger, right?
They're big, but to be fair, like real life penguins can be big, especially like emperor penguins.
Is that the one that I'm thinking of?
They're huge.
Yeah, it's too big to put in another one. But you're right. Some cool looking penguins would be nice, right? But yeah, 26 need to tie it back down a little bit more. I don't need to go so crazy at Ross. But there was so much good stuff. Who do you think is going to come out in the Maximum series next?
Ooh, well, there are rumors. There are rumors of Thor and a black suit Spider-Man. I'm really hoping that Thor. I don't know. I'm personally kind of split because I have mixed feelings with the Maximum line. But if it's the like modern-ish Thor, so like Olivier Coipel Thor? So it's like the Thor that they made in 2013, where he has like the chainmail sleeves.
Oh, okay.
If they do that one, I might be interested because that's my favorite design of him. Black Suit Spider-Man, I don't know. Like I haven't bought a Maximum figure yet. I think Deadpool might be one I might consider getting, but I would prefer a more classic looking Deadpool.
I didn't get the Deadpool one yet.
Yeah.
And actually I forgot to ask Adam. That being Adam's guy, I forgot to ask him, do I need it? Is this one that I should get? You know what I mean? So I didn't. I have the Hulk, I have the Spidey. Thor would be nice. Just for Chaney's sake, I would like to see them do a Wolverine.
Yeah, I think like the Gamerverse one, even though it's big, but that articulation style is perfect. If it's either that or the Astonishing Wolverine, I have that one. That's my personal favorite. But yeah, I mean, just like either of those styles of articulation and with all the extra goodies like accessories and stuff, that would be great. Especially like the blade.
Mix Match was letting us know the Penguin's coming in, the Mega Man variant from Jada. I do remember that. That has the slide. Well, he actually is articulated and can do the slide. That's awesome. Shelf wants a Maximum series, Mr. Fantastic and thing.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fantastic Four, perfect. I mean, wicked expensive, but I mean,
yeah,
do that, right? Because like 3 out of the 4 characters, they have like different forms. Like Invisible Woman, you can technically have enough parts to make a second figure if you just want full invisible. Same with Human Torch.
This is my favorite Invisible Woman right here. So, I mean, check out their articulation on that. Like she's fully.
Those double jointed elbows, man.
Yeah, finally, right? That's my favorite. Yeah, but let's see what comes out this year that we're gonna do. And I want something to really, really surprise us. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Out of the gate, just like, oh my God. Like when June finally announces that they're doing Mortal Kombat figures, that'd be awesome.
I gotta send you that post I found. Someone made a custom Liu Kang out of a Fei Long, and it was really nice.
Oh hell yeah! Send me that shit. I want to see that because I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's a simple kit bash and repaint, but it's perfect.
Yeah. Speaking of June, man, I honestly just can't wait for all his stuff coming out.
I need that Alpha Chun-Li. Like that's the one I really want.
I can't wait for the Invincible figures.
Mm.
You know, Fred and Barney,
Scooby-Doo.
the Scooby-Doo stuff. I still need Scooby-Doo. Oh, speaking of, I have Johnny's address for you.
Thank you, dude.
It's in Florida. He literally sent it before the show.
Great. Because I don't want Johnny getting mad at me. Like
No, he's known, and he actually sent it today and was like, "Oh man, here you go, Ernie." So I have it for you. It's in Florida. Is that going to be fine?
Oh yeah, it should be
okay.
Fine.
All right. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo is amazing. It's just I haven't picked it up yet. Not for just I'll wait. No. It's I've had something else going on or like that. You know what sucks about that stuff is having to order it and not seeing it in a store. Because here locally, we don't have a comic book shop or a toy store that has those available to be like, oh, look I got the Jada Scooby-Doo, you know, like some places do.
Right. I saw, like, for the first time in years, I've seen a Jada Toys figure out. It was at a GameStop. I saw Chun-Li, and it was, like, hidden in a corner. And because, you know, at Target, like, sometimes, you know, back then, I used to go and look and try to look for it. They wouldn't have it. And this is the first time I've seen it in person.
GameStop actually has been getting in good stuff. But the thing about getting in that good stuff is the good figures that we're getting, they started their pre-orders again. So they're starting to get in their pre-orders, but then people don't pick them up. That's when you find the good stuff at GameStop. They have been carrying the Jada stuff, but they've also still carried everything else from McFarlane to Hasbro to everything. So yeah, while you're out hunting, you do need to throw in GameStop as part of your routine because you can find some of those ones. And sometimes you'll be lucky if it's on sale. So like that. Even though I just almost got arrested at a GameStop this weekend, you should still go there. Yeah.
Being arrested.
Bro, because I thought I was going to throw down in a GameStop. They got crazy with me. Swear to God, it wasn't my fault, Marcus.
Or an employee.
Employees. It wasn't my fault, bro. It wasn't my fault.
So I just want to make sure this wasn't a do you actually work here incident that you did many moons ago.
No.
I had to make sure.
This was a worker stepping in my conversation that he shouldn't have stepped into. And then he just kept staring me down. And so I told him, what? Like, dude, I'm a fucking old man. What the fuck you looking at? So yeah.
Weird.
We had actually went in. I wanted to look at figures. Riley wanted to get a game. Riley's friend was actually there, and he was trying to return his controller that he just got the day before. Okay. Literally, I was with him the day before. Controller didn't work. It was drifting. Messed up controller. He comes out, and I was like, oh, we're just going in. What's up, man? And he's like, man, that sucks. They won't take back my fucking controller. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was right behind you next in line, saw you pay for your warranty. What do you mean they won't? And he's like, well, I don't have ID and they won't take it. They won't exchange it. They're like, too bad. And I was like, what? But you just bought it yesterday. So that was it, dude. I immediately turned into freaking Papa Bear and I'm like, come on. And we went in and we were literally next in line. And the lady is like, can I help you? And like, I moved because I'm that big. Like, Riley's friend was behind me and she's like, oh. And I'm like, what's the problem here? And she goes, he needs an ID. And I said, you didn't ask him for an ID when he bought it yesterday. I said, but you sure threw on that warranty on him to make sure that he paid. I was right behind him. You didn't ask for an ID. He has his receipt. He paid for his warranty. It doesn't work. You need to exchange it. Well, no, I need his ID. I just can't do it. And I said, you didn't ask him for his ID. I said, not only that, you actually even pushed a pro membership on him because he had to get that for all his discounts, added that on. And again, you didn't ask for ID for that either, but you sure as hell made your sales. I said, so why aren't you asking for ID on warranties and like that? If literally it hasn't even been 24 hours, you guys won't honor this $40 warranty that he bought to replace his $80 controller that you sold him. And she's like, we can't. And I'm like, then so you're just out here scamming everybody. And this, now I'm getting loud. This GameStop was packed with people too. Everybody is now just watching us. But because to me, that's bullshit. I hate that. I hate when they tell him no and he feels like he just lost $140, right? Like, that's bullshit. And so I was like, no, you need to replace it. You did not ask for ID. You signed him up. What are you going to do about this? She's like, well, we don't have to. That's our policy. And then that's when homeboy steps in and he's like, hey, we need ID. It's just our policy. You don't know what you're talking about. And oh, I just looked over at him, some little kid dude, and I eyeballed him and I said, excuse me? I said, you're not in this conversation. Well, you don't need to talk like that, did I? I said, I'm not talking anyway. I am stating to you, you did not ask for his ID. You're going to honor this return, regardless of what you're telling him no. I said, because now you're scamming people. And he literally stopped the customer he had. Now he's staring me down. We're in a stare off, literally. So I finally looked at him and I finally, now I did, because you're staring at me. People are uncomfortable in the store. So I looked at him and I'm all, what the fuck? And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, little boy, don't you dare. And I go back to the lady and I said, look, how are you going to handle the situation? Because right now you have a store full of people that I know are not going to buy a warranty or a membership because you're scamming this kid right here. And she looked at me and I said, well, and she goes, well, we're allowed to sell to 13-year-olds and up and we don't have to ask for ID. So you admit that you're scamming them. And she's like, look, I need his ID. And I said, you don't need an ID. And I said, I pull out my wallet. I said, I have an ID. There's your ID. Is that going to be fine? And she was like, yeah, I'll take your ID. I'll do it. Good.
Damn.
I literally, yeah. That's
Like,
such a scam, dude.
So I don't know what their policy is, but I feel like they could have just went with that. You know, they could have just asked you for your ID just to de-escalate the situation
From the beginning and said, I'll take your ID, you know? But no, you straight are trying to not put your warranty into effect that he had to pay for to scam him out of his controller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This kid worked for that, had to take the bus over there, like all this stuff, and walks out all, damn, that sucks. I'm like, no. That's not right. Like, they push so much on you. Because I remember I even was like that. I was like, God damn, 140 for a controller?
You were a witness too, so I feel like you were in the right in that situation then.
Well, that's why I was heated from the beginning, because that's like you're saying. I was right there, so I knew the situation.
Yeah.
I wasn't a third party walking into it being like, what happened? Mm-hmm. But I really did thought that kid wanted to throw down. And I was like, bro, I will grab a saber off this shelf so fast, and you don't even know how quickly where I will stick it and my skills, you will be down. I have stolen kid sabers before, bro. I'm a natural at this.
Please do not stick lightsabers in on this.
Oh my God. He had pissed me off because I couldn't believe as a worker that you wanted to step like that.
Yeah.
Knowing that you guys were wrong in the situation, you know? Yeah, that was horrible. That upset me a little bit, dude. Yeah, it was yeah, Stormfire, that's exactly what I repeated to them and said, because I was like, so you're out here scamming people. Because you literally said, we have the right to sell to a 13-year-old, and that's all it takes, and that's based on our discretion, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but now in order for all that, like, you didn't ask him for ID for his membership. You didn't ask him for an ID for his warranty. And I said, but you sure did take his money real fast. Like, you know, like I said, it was less than 24 hours. Come on, that's not cool. And if you could have taken anybody's ID, then yes, like you're saying, that's exactly what you should have said. No. What he didn't understand was, I just need a ID. Because I had said that to her and she still said, oh, that's our policy. I need his ID. She didn't, you know, go on with that. And I'm like, oh, that's bullshit, you know? So yeah, that's my story of I almost threw down in a GameStop this weekend. Yeah. I would have made it so whimsical and fantastical too, because you know how tight those are? I would have thrown figures around. I would have thrown them into the plushies. Like, I would have made sure that video went viral for sure. Yeah. I would have taken punches. It would have been awesome.
Like, you're like the headline of the incident, and then Mandela Manny's reading is like, what the hell did I do? How did I get here? We love Mandela
No,
Manny in this house.
dude, the whole thing is I'm laying there on the ground and I look up and I see Mandela Manny walk in, and that's his friend. He's like, Joe, what happened? I'm all, what the? Not Mandela Manny. Yeah, that would be hilarious, right?
We need to find him somehow, or at least like Cheney does, because I think he's on the West
Yeah.
Coast.
Yeah, that was really weird and funny. I would love to do a show of Mandela Manny and to have him be a real Mandela effect of all the opposite stuff.
Yeah.
Man, there's been so many Mandela videos coming out lately of more stuff that I can't even catch up.
Like new ones?
Yeah, there's been like a repeat, but there has been some new ones
Mm.
that are out there, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty crazy.
Dude, let's do the stream with Cheney and like spooky conspiracy stuff.
Oh, we need to. It's just I had to go to work and stuff. They got my whole plans and vacation for the 2 weeks of dropping all the content and doing the extra shows, and hey, I'm going to come and talk, turned into, hey, guess what? We did a show last night. That was it. Because yeah, we're in pretty bad shape out here. So it was there. Thankful for the overtime, but it still sucks, for the situation and all the plans that I had wanting to do. I think what sucks the most today is that I'm not watching Stranger Things episode 9 today. That just blows my mind that it didn't happen,
I think there's always hope that we'll get a reunion 10 years down the line.
Yeah, I know you guys said that, but I'm still kind of on that. Like, again, because of what you're saying, we're following that trope of course we're going to get that, Nah, I don't want to. I don't want that. On that note, though, I think it is time for another Ferris Bueller's Day Off Part 2.
Ooh.
And I want to see him at work.
You know why I never... So I realized this recently, but Ferris Bueller and Breakfast Club, they take place in the same school.
Mm-hmm.
Sherman High. I never knew that.
Yeah, he has his own universe.
That's pretty cool.
Where they say, again, like talking about the Grease stuff or like that, people put into effect what people do. Like how we were talking about when you were saying about Patrick Swayze. People do put in like, well, he was in Dirty Dancing, and then he,
Would you fit Red Dawn into that theory?
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, age-wise and the time of it.
Like, would Red Dawn take place right before Ghost then? I don't know, man.
Well, no, Johnny's older, so I guess Red Dawn would have to be first, but then that doesn't put in the timeline for Dirty Dancing. It has to end with Ghost, though.
Yeah.
But I like that. You have seen Point Break, though, right?
Point Break. Nope. I'm sorry, Ernie.
Are you serious?
I'm taking up the YOKO rule for not, certain movies. I gotta
give me two, Utah. Give me two, Utah.
Point Break.
Yeah, Point Break was one of the great ones. Patrick Swayze.
Oh, Keanu.
Yes.
Who else? Gary Busey's in it.
Yeah. Give me two, Utah.
Okay. This is
Point Break is a classic that I love too.
Gonna be on my list of my ever-growing list.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot to tell you too that I consider a Christmas movie, but I always tell you this. I do still watch it all year long. Is Just Friends. That should be. Oh my God! Yes.
Just Friends.
Just Friends and A Knight's Tale is at least once every 2 months. I watch those.
Oh my goodness! Ryan Reynolds. I kind of remember. I didn't watch this, but I remember seeing like pictures of it where he has.
But it was around Christmas time too, so I like it because it's on TV during this time.
Oh, movie that is, I guess, is like an anthology movie, but it's a Christmas one.
And then Knight's Tale is one of those that's a good movie, but it had good music played in the background, so that's what hooks you in along with that story. So yeah. And Stormfire says, so does that mean that in Fast and the Furious went to space? So that's how Dom takes over in Pitch Black? That's a good one. That could happen. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so the movie I'm thinking of is Love Actually, because I've heard a lot of good things about this one.
That's really good.
It's
Yeah,
an
that's really good.
Has Hugh Grant in it. Keira
No,
Knight.
it's really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Honestly. So yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I greatly appreciate it, even though we were here last night. Unfortunately, Stranger Things didn't happen. Shelf Presence and Bradley and everybody was right. And Shamba. Unless the 12th happens and it's a documentary. That's when it really happens. But we can't say that because everybody was like 100% positive it was today and it was going down.
Ernie, did you send a link to Chamba?
No. I mean, I sent it in the one. I didn't send it specifically. You should have had it. I have one with them. Yeah.
Okay.
He does another show on Wednesday nights.
Oh.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have made it.
Okay.
But yeah, I will talk to him tonight after I'm done with Sarlacc and tell Chamba that he was right. It didn't happen. We just got the ending that we did, but it was still good. It was all right. I tried so hard to make it happen. All I did was listen to Purple Rain 3 times on the way home. That didn't work either, but it was still.
What
you know
would
what? Out of anything, at least a whole bunch of kids got introduced to Prince. So that's great. Yeah.
If like, what would be your? I think we've talked about this maybe a couple years ago, but what would be your song to like wake you up from the upside down, or like Vecna's trance?
I have so many favorite songs. I that's so hard.
I feel like multiple songs should be fine too. Is like,
well, no, so you can't say that because that was Max's favorite song. So okay, I guess I don't know. To really wake me up, I know it sounds very odd, but I mean, like, I don't buy music because obviously I have everything on hard drives and everything. But the only thing that I've ever bought in my iPhone that's on there is Cypress Hill.
Ooh.
Their album and what's there. I grew up loving Cypress Hill and the song that they had. It was just a different genre of music, but I loved it. I remember seeing it so late at night on MTV. Found out where they were from and like that, and that just kind of stuck with me. I wasn't a pothead or any of the weed or anything, but because I wore all the Cypress Hill shirts, of course, that puts you into that bracket. And I was always harassed by the school cops and searched and everything like that. And I even did a paper that I had to take to the principal and the counselor. It was funny because I was under the valedictorian in high school, and the counselor knew that of me, that I was a huge schoolboy. But the principal and proctors and cops thought that I was just this mischievous kid because I knew everybody, and the parties that I did and everything like that. But I was never like that. I wasn't one for drinking or drugs, or music was my thing. I didn't need to do that. So having the Cypress Hill shirts and getting, checked and made to open my bag and getting my locker pulled all the time was like, okay, screw you. One of my final papers I did on the good effects of cannabis and what it actually could be used for medically wise and blah, blah, blah. And now at this time in 95, there was no deaths caused by cannabis, like to say the same as drunk driving. The ratio to that was none. And so when I had put that and the uses of it, you know, medical wise and clothes, paper, and like that, that teacher actually gave me a C for basically doing it on a drug paraphernalia. And I'm like, I didn't. It doesn't say marijuana. I said I did it on cannabis. So I had to fight it. And I showed my counselor and she's like, are you serious? And then it went to the principal and it had to be overlooked. And I ended up getting that switched to an A.
Nice.
Because she wanted to be stupid. But yeah, so I would have to say like the most that would, you know, get to me is I know that first album backwards and forwards and like that. So it'd probably be a Cypress Hill jam from the first record. If you want me to snap out of it immediately because I just start singing, then it'd probably be Rick James and Tina Marie, Fire and Desire. Because that is a go-to. I don't care if I'm pissed off. I don't care if I'm sick. If that is coming on, I am belting the shit out of that song. Both parts. And I don't even care. So, yeah. That would have to be mine like that. Immediately. Do you know Cypress Hill?
I used to I didn't listen to him a lot, but you know, occasionally I did when I was in high school. Like in high school, I was really deep into hip hop. I think in a similar case to you, you know, I did papers on, you know, music. I remember in middle school, I did one on one of Tupac's songs, and then
okay.
My graduation, I did a whole paper, like a whole presentation on hip hop. But now I'm just thinking, like, if it were me, like if I had a song or an artist, it would either be "Move Along" by All American Rejects, because that was tied to my childhood because I love Bionicle and they used that for one of the sets. And probably Whitney Houston because I feel like she is spiritually healing.
What Whitney Houston though?
Maybe All the Man I Need. I'm not sure. Like, is that one, or I'm actually drawing a blank on the song. 1 second.
Not the cheating song that nobody realized that she was cheating until you get older and you actually sing it and you're like, wait a second, what are these lyrics?
What cheating song?
Whitney has a ballad that's of her cheating. She's the other woman.
Oh, I Have Nothing. I would probably wake up to that one.
I have nothing.
No.
Nothing. All right.
I dropped Spider-Man.
Oh no, did he break?
No, but he's the real one. No.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
I think he's good. He's okay.
What's up, Brick? Oh, yeah. Woo, put him away. What's up, Brick? Yeah, check out the replay, man. We were on last night. You missed it. We were just continuing on over here because Stranger Things did not happen. Brick, I actually brought that up today, too. I did not find The Son of Hulk. That was one of the other ones. I'll send you a list of what I have extra so you can pick so I can send it to you. Happy New Year. Let's make both our channels grow this year, and I would love to do a show with you as well. So, Brick, yes, thank you. Check out the replay, and we'll go from there. And for the rest of the Federation, what is your... Oh, thank you, brother. I love you, man. Appreciate that. What is your song that would get you from Vecna's curse and be able to snap you out of it? Drop that in the comments. Hit the thumbs up. And maybe we'll even get into some next week if we have enough comments of what everybody put down. And then so put down what will snap you out of Vecna's curse. And then let me know what song is going to be played in episode 9 that snaps Mike out of the curse. Because it's still going to happen. Watch. It just didn't happen tonight because they got overwhelmed. They couldn't believe how huge this hit. And we're still going to get that episode 9. So your song and Mike's song. What is it that's going to break him out of the curse? I'm going to say now, I think Darling Nikki breaks Mike out of his curse. We're going to stay on the Prince Purple Rain album. Yeah, that's it. Do you know the song Darling Nikki?
I don't listen to Prince. Sorry.
Don't look it up. You don't listen to Prince? Blasphemy.
No. It's just I don't listen to it enough.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like this is a night where
Jesus.
you're just like getting mad at me.
Oh, some of the stuff you said tonight.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. I'm just playing.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
start
playing.
gonna get like the nervous.
No, you don't have to get nervous. We are coming to the close. It's time to go over and talk some Star Wars with the Sarlacc Digest. The link is below. Don't forget, check us out tomorrow on a brand new 2026 episode of They're Not Dolls with the Toymigos. The links are there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us last night and rolling in today. Sadly, Johnny, what is wrong with you? At least put on, it's perfect. Because of Stranger Things, get into Purple Rain the same way like everybody else is. Purple Rain is a fantastic album. It's short. It has enough to listen to. And then you can get into Apollonia, Vanity 6, Sheila E., Morris Day in the Time, and go from there.
There's one I will praise Prince about is that I remember like artists talking about Prince and saying how like in their interactions with them, he would always ask, do you have your masters? Like, do you have ownership over your work? And I always thought like that was really important, especially like as creators, if you have, like, I didn't realize that as like musicians, I didn't think that was something that was really important. And then you have like, I think like Beyonce and Jay-Z, like they own their own music, like the record labels don't. I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but I believe
no, it is. That's why it was such a huge thing when I heard When Doves Cry drop in that episode, because of that. His estate does not allow people to use his music that way. So it already, one, it was Prince, and then to that effect. And then that's where I talked about. So a group, Prince has a lot who have understudied under him that he has started. Everybody who I mentioned there, from Sheila E., Apollonia, Vanity 6, but the biggest one, that not the biggest, during his time of Purple Rain is The Time, Morris Day in The Time, which they do Jungle Love and like that. They're also in the movie of Purple Rain. Jay and Silent Bob, they always say that that's the greatest band in the world. That was all written by Prince as well and Morris, but because of that time, Prince had it, right? But now that it's all said and done with, and what happens, like your team masters, Morris Day does not have the masters to that, and he's always fought
That's what you were
for it.
mentioning yesterday.
That's why I was mentioning it. Yes, and he's always fought for it back. So it is true. You should have the masters of a music, or who has it. That's like, the whole Machiavelli conspiracy that came out of, the faking of Tupac's death was because right before that he made sure that his mom has all of his rights to the masters and like that. So she still is the one who So she's the one who still gets paid to this day and like that.
Does Biggie's mom? Biggie's mom also?
That's what I was just gonna say. She tried as well too, and part of that whole Diddy story, he does not. That all goes to Diddy.
Oh, wow.
They say that she does, but I think that's to shut her up because it is not true. She does not. No. It's still under Diddy, and he's still getting paid for Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, unfortunately. Right. And that's where it comes to, like, you have to. Michael Jackson had his for a long time, and then he bought the Beatles and like that. Now it's always been lost since his death, though, of like, okay, if his estate owned the Beatles because he bought it, and they've been trying to get it back, so that's always a fight. And I don't remember, I think now that she is of age, I think his first daughter is actually the one who owns it now. I'm pretty sure. And she is pretty lenient on what it is, but yeah. So it goes to that. So that's why it was a big deal when that went. Darky Terrace, he doesn't listen to Prince either. Oh my God. I don't mean listen to Prince like that, but growing up as 80 kids, he was an icon and his music is very well. And like I said, that grew from Prince or became because of Prince. So yeah, I do love Prince, and we'll sing his songs, but the same goes for, like I'm saying, of Rick James and the ballads that he has. Just good music out there that we grew up on, like that. Cypress Hill is different, but they had a whole different effect and tone in the way that they did everything, and their style of to say rap and what they did, and pro this and that. Just a really good one. There's a documentary on them It actually just come out recently. This was actually really good in the beef that they got into and the struggles that they had. But yeah, I mean, you got to be somewhere to get immortalized by the Simpsons, right? And they are. Cypress Hill is in a Simpsons episode where they play with an orchestra, and then just like that, where the Simpsons tell the future of stuff, it actually ended up happening, and Cypress Hill did play with an orchestra, which is really funny. That one did come out of the, well, if the Simpsons said we did it, we have to do it. But still pretty funny. So, yeah. If you never listened to Prince, check out the Purple Rain album. If you never listened to Cypress Hill, go off of their first title album, Cypress Hill, and go get some Whitney for Marcus's sake, even though she's a cheating little whore on that album.
Hey. Don't you flip past me on that sweet lady's name. Hey, it's one of the few things that I get mad at. That's one of them. I'm sorry. Got way too mad. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. But listen to the lyrics, and then you can apologize to me later and be like, holy shit, I didn't know she was the other woman. God damn.
I don't know what came over me. I think the spirit of Whitney just came out of me.
And on that note, we will see you guys next week. All right? Peace out. Later. Sorry, Marcus. I didn't mean to piss you off.